Okay, so the retro gaming market is something that really interests me, and I'm already into the PS Vita, as you all know, but I'm looking to get even more into it, and mainly PS2 and PS3 games, as I already have the consoles, and there's a lot of cool racing games for both of these consoles. So I've started to check prices, and to check out YouTubers in that space, and I've stumbled across an ongoing drama in the retro gaming community. And if this is something you're into, you've probably already heard about DKOldies, a company that sells retro gaming systems and games, which has gotten criticism for saying that they refurbish each and every console they sell, at extremely high prices by the way. And yet several YouTubers have made videos about their purchases, none of which has had their insides cleaned, or the thermal paste or pads changed. Some has had disk reading issues, and some didn't even work at all. If they just said the consoles are sold as they are, then it would be fine. Then they are just overcharging for their products. But when they say the consoles are refurbished and they're not, well, that's something else entirely. And the company keeps doubling down, saying that they do refurbish every console, and claiming that it's just a hate campaign against them, which is hard to believe when so many consoles have had these issues. Now, I'm not too interested in the drama itself. No, that's a lie. I'm very interested in watching the drama. I've probably seen every single video about this by now. But yeah, I don't really want to take part in it. But the reason I bring this drama up is because as I'm checking around for prices, I see more and more similar sites to DKOldies popping up, and the DKOldies drama really makes me skeptical of these sites. Now, I'm mostly interested in games, right? So the not refurbished console situation doesn't really apply to me. But DKOldies are also doing some sketchy things when it comes to pricing, like marking their items as on sale at a reduced price, when the sale never ends. This is of course a tactic used to target potential buyers' fear of missing out, which I think is illegal where they operate, and I'm certain it's legal here. But when companies mark up their prices like this, it's very hard to determine the actual value of the game. You have to compare every site to each other, and then compare them to sites like eBay, and even private sellers seem to think their games are worth extreme amounts, so getting a grip on prices actually becomes quite a lot of work and quite difficult at times. And in my limited time researching prices, I've already seen some games marked up to the extreme by these DKOldies lookalikes, and they very rarely say anything about the state of the game and box unless they are factory sealed. And I of course do not care to buy them sealed because I buy them to play them. Until now I have mostly used a site similar to eBay that's local to Norway to buy my stuff, and this has worked well for me and makes shipping a lot cheaper. But for the stuff I can't find locally, eBay is also very useful, and I have used it on a few occasions. So I guess the point of this video is that if you're getting into the retro gaming market, you should really spend some time researching prices, and not just spend your money buying from a retro gaming company, without checking the private market at least. Because there's a lot of good stuff to be found on eBay and similar sites, and the products from retro gaming companies are not necessarily better. I personally have bought 20 of my 21 games from private sellers, and one of them from eBay. And they have all worked and been in very good condition. I have also bought one PS Vita and 2 PSPs from private sellers, and they have all worked perfectly fine, though they did need some cleaning. So you shouldn't be afraid to buy from eBay or sites similar to it. If things don't work or are not as described, these sites usually have some kind of refunding system, but in my experience, things will work just fine. And I especially wouldn't recommend buying from DKOldies, who is very anti-consumer, trying to trick you into believing things are on sale when the sale price is their actual price, because the sale never ends. As well as not refurbishing or even just cleaning the products when they say they do that to every console. They seem to be in the business of exploiting our nostalgia. But I guess that's it. I'll go look for new parts for my PS2 now, as it has some damage on its shell that I would like to fix. I'll probably talk more about my PlayStation 2 adventures some other time, as I do have some plans for it. If you liked this video, please click the like button. If you didn't, then feel free to dislike it. And if you want to see more of my content, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.